Thanks for coming out to the show. A little BS with George, starring me. We have a great show for you tonight, guys. Tonight we'll be talking about stigmatization by the media. Tonight's special guests include local skater Tobias Phoenix and acclaimed writer and racism expert Dr. Steve Brule. I should also let you guys know that we've had some recent budget cuts and the quality of the show has gone down quite a bit. We're proud to say that we're now on the same level as Jay Leno. So, I'm going to go backstage and get ready. You know, maybe fix up my hair a little bit for all you 5 lucky ladies in the audience.
And here's your host, Jordan Meadows.
Let's hear it from the little band. As some of you may know, we recently moved our show down here from Indiana to Florida. So getting used to Florida drivers has been a pretty interesting process for me. Actually, this morning, I drove into work and the wildest thing happened to me. I was at a red light, drinking my Starbucks coffee like usual, and the next thing I know is, wham! Someone hit me. I got out of my car and walked to the car behind me, expecting some teenager on a cell phone. To my surprise, it was an old lady. And when I tried to approach her to see if everything was all right, she kept on screaming and screaming as loud as possible. Okay, I'm gonna get this suit. Okay. It's official, people. The rumor is true. Old people just can't drive. And I guess it comes with Our first guest tonight is Tobias Phoenix, a local skater and part-time model. You've heard about him in the recent news as a young man that was rejected from the Professional Knitting League because of his age. Let's give it up for Tobias. Thanks again for coming on the show to talk to America about the hidden issue of ageism and stereotyping. How about you tell us about your experience with ageism?
Well, I lived with my grandmother a while back, so knitting has always been a big part of my life. She introduced me to the Professional Knitting League, and after she passed away, I wanted to join. Recently, I applied for membership and was rejected because of how I looked.
So I hear you have 2 jobs. How do you find time to knit?
Well, when I'm not working 2 jobs, being an honor student, rescuing stray puppies, and helping old ladies cross the street, I managed to find time to knit.
So most scholars define ageism as discriminating against young or old people on the basis of age. Does that sum up your experience?
Oh, absolutely. Ageism is a real issue, not just in the knitting community, but in everyday life. They also look down upon me because of the way I dress and look.
So we'd love to talk to you more, but we don't want to keep your mom waiting any longer. You're old enough to have a real opinion. Tobias, everyone. We'll be right back after a short commercial break.
So Ben, did you hear that President Obama went to Copenhagen?
No, I didn't, Cal. What's Copenhagen?
I don't know. I only know places in our great nation.
Well, why would he go to Copenhagen?
He wanted the 2016 Olympics to be held in Chicago and went there to say that.
That's interesting, Kyle. What happened?
They chose Rio de Janeiro instead.
Oh, well, that makes me sad.
Well, it's okay. We're still Americans.
And that makes us awesome.
I'm so glad we could show our nationalistic pride.
Me too, Cal. Me too.
Welcome back. We're going to go to our next guest. He's known worldwide for his extensive knowledge of racism and ethnocentrism. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Dr. Steve Brule. Welcome to the show. While I was looking through your book last night, I didn't really like it. It was a pretty boring read. But you define racism as the, quote, encouraged presumption of a culture's inferiority. Would you like to elaborate?
Of course I'd like to elaborate a little bit. Racism has been going on in our country since the beginning of our existence. It all started when Europeans first had contact with Native Americans. It eventually evolved into slavery and the civil rights movement. And let's not forget about the Japanese internment camps during World War II.
Well, that's great and all, but do you have anything relevant to us?
Well, actually, I do have something a little bit more relevant. Believe it or not, racism still goes on today, especially in the workplace, even though the civil rights movement happened a long time ago.
So are you concluding that Martin Luther King Jr. didn't solve everything?
Well, actually, a survey was taken in 2006, and it was found that 20.2% of Caucasians, 9.1% of African Americans, and 10.5% of Hispanic Americans made over $100,000 a year. It just goes to show the difference of income amongst different races.
Oh, really?
In fact, if you take a look at my chart over here, it depicts that the average income for Caucasians is $50,006.
My bad.
While the Hispanic American makes $37,781 a year, and the African American makes considerably less. If you pick up on my book that comes out November 23rd, it will analyze this on a larger scale.
Sorry, Dr. Brule, we ran out of time, but we'll try to have you on in the near future. Well, folks, that's all we have for you tonight. Our apologies to Matt Damon, we ran out of time. Tonight we discussed several important issues. I hope we didn't bore you with our discussions on ageism, racism, ethnocentrism, and our musical performance. That's all we have for you tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good night.
Let's get a pie of it!
Just alright. Stop politics! Everybody be like, I got tatted. I got tatted up. Everybody together. You're the center of my room.
Tighten up. Tighten up the sign.
Guys, closer. I mean, come on. Out of our nights together.
Off politics.
Off politics. On 3. Wait, when she's ready. Everybody, somebody count down for us. Office politics on 3.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Office politics!